from my side here, it's 8:02 here. So I quickly want to drop this before, yeah, it's going to be a very brief one, hopefully. So I just want to talk about Nurse Glory, the sister, and Darko. It's so sad that family has to bring their dirty linen into the public. And once everything, whatever comes online, people will have a say. We will have divided opinion, divided stand, and everything. So, and it is okay. It's good to have different opinion. The last time I came online, I think the last time I spoke about the saga, I was saying, because people were angry with Nurse Glory. Some people were angry with Nurse Glory for coming online to respond to her mom and Chiamaka, her sister. And nobody was talking about what Mama did wrong. And that was my talking point then. My talking point then was, why will people be like faulting Glory but not mentioning what Mama did? That does not mean that I supported Nurse Glory for calling her out her mom or calling her mom a witch. No. But what I'm saying is, at times when a child is being pushed to the wall, the child may retaliate the way we don't want. That is why the Bible even tells us that we shouldn't provoke our children to anger. That means they are prone to be angry. They are prone to be irrational in their thoughts, in their reasoning, in their action, in their utterances. So for us, even us now, Gen Z parents now, there are ways that we talk to our children that we know that, okay, let me just maintain my boundaries. If I want to still have my respect, you can't be talking to a child, a child of 24 years, 24 years old child that you have, and you say, after all, I'm the mother, so I can raise my hand and slap the child. The child may not slap you back because of the training, because of the fear of God, but the way the child will respond will not be positive. So that is why we have to be cautious when we are correcting our children, or when we are angry with them. We still have to apply caution so that we don't see the other side of these children that we will not be happy to see. That was my argument then. I said, everybody say, oh, Nurse Glory did. This girl went through trauma. She may be having like something that is rooted in her. This is more than what we are saying. There is a rooted problem inwardly, okay, that is yet to be addressed. And when the girl was talking about what she went through as a child, mommy never said sorry, this and that. That means she had a problem with her mom that wasn't addressed, that they didn't get the time to sit down and talk about it. So my argument that day was, why will Mama always be right? Why will African parents always be right? Let's call a spade a spade. Glory and Chiamaka and their mommy, they've been having this issue. Why will Mama turn on ring lights? Mama is not a Gen Z. So when we want to compare her age to what she did, it is an abomination too. For your daughter they've been having this thing, okay, behind camera, and Mama just said, thought like, okay, I'm going to disgrace her. Exactly, my darling sister, Laura Lee. How are you, my darling sister? Thanks for joining. African and Caribbean parents are always right. And good afternoon, sis. It's not really right, you know. It's not really right. It's not really right. There are times that you have to own up to it. That is what I'm like. This, our age, the parents of this age. If you think the way your parents dealt with you while you were growing up, if you want to use that to train your children, I pray you will not lose your children later when they are older. So that is why we have to, what's that word now? We have to unlearn and relearn, okay? You can't say parents are always right in my country. I'm an African woman. The children will just abandon, God forbid, they will not abandon us in our old age. Because that was then, not now. You can't think like the way your parents taught. I have my own ways that there are things that I I have in me that I felt like, oh, my parent didn't do this right. But then I was supposed to be seen, not to be heard. I couldn't say it out, you know. But these days that we know better, let us do better. Mama should have been faulted for too. All the faults should not go to Glory alone. People were saying that shouldn't Glory know better? Mama is older. Anyway, so that was my talking point that time. I wasn't saying that what Glory did by calling her mother a witch was right. But why did Mama push her to that extent was my argument. Why was Mama not being faulted for coming online, setting up ring lights to disgrace her daughter? Okay, so today I want to talk about Chiamaka's video. I don't have my second phone here. I would have played the video, but I believe every one of you might have seen the video. She was talking about Glory allowing the husband, allowing Darko to insult their late father. I wouldn't have believed it. Exactly, Lorelei. Lorelei say African parents and Caribbean parents don't apologize. They don't. They don't. No, 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 no. There was a time I spoke with my mom. I'm like, Mom, you know, when I was younger, when I was a child, you did this thing to me. And that time I really felt bad. And I felt like it's not right for you to have done that to me. And my mom was like, so, is it because of that you are now in abroad, you are living in the West? That's not that. That is why now you're expecting me to. No, that is why you are now angry about it. Because when I did it to you then, that was how my parents raised me. And that was why I raised you that way. I'm like, but Mom, at least you could have just said this and that. She was like, no, 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 no. Don't tell me that. Not because now that you live in the West. I wasn't raised in the West, so you don't expect me to raise you like the Westerners, you know? She never said sorry. But one day, she now called and said, Mommy, you still did this thing and I don't like it. Up till now, I'm still angry about it. And Mommy was like, okay. That's okay. Sorry about that. I never knew that you. She said the sorry and I was so happy because African parents don't say sorry. She said the sorry and I was so happy about it. I had to call my sister. Meanwhile, before I went and spoke to my mom, I spoke with my sister and I'm like, Mommy did this thing to me when I was younger. And I'm still like, I'm not happy about it. So I told my sister I was going to ask my mom. And my sister was like, don't try it though. You know, like our parents are no nonsense. But in that, they are no nonsensical way, whatever it's, they offend their children. Like the children wouldn't be able to say it. My parents did a lot for us, honestly, especially my mom. She did a lot for us. She raised us well, left a legacy for us and everything, landed properties, house. But that is where I am going. She brought me to this country without me spending a cent. She brought me and my children. Okay? She was sending money to me from Africa to Ireland, converting Naira to Euro. But that thing was still in me. So at times, you would think, oh, I've done something good to cover all the thing that I did wrong. No. The sort of when you talk and you sit and talk about it, it goes a long way. My sister was encouraging me. My sister was like, don't try it. Don't try it, okay? Don't try and meet Mommy. I said, me, I will ask her. But my sister said, okay, if you can handle what will come at the aftermath of it. I said, I will. So I just called my mom and we talked about it. The first time she was like, no, I'm not a Westerner. So you don't expect me to raise you like a Westerner. I said, okay. I kept quiet. Later, I brought it up again. I'm like, Mommy, no. And what happened? That day I was sick. I was a very sickly child when I was young. So that day I was sick. I came back I couldn't finish school. So I came back home and I was, when I go back home, our house help was the only one at home. So she treated me, like laid cold, what's it called now? Ice block, wrapped it in a towel and put it in front of my forehead. And she was like nurturing me, taking care of me. And when my mommy came back, our house help told her that I've been sick when I came back from school. I didn't finish school. And Mommy she just looked at me like, yeah, she's always like that. Go get her something to take. Like, she wasn't really that there. So then I started vomiting. I was sick. I became so tired. I couldn't walk. And my mom was just in the living room, very much on, like, but she was like, that thing really pained me. I was like, oh, maybe she doesn't even mind if I died. Why is she like this to me? Why did she do this to me? But when I now spoke to her, she said, do you know what happened? That she was tired. And at times we can feel like that. She said she was tired of nurturing me to health at all times. Like in a month, I will be sick more than 4 times. Like there was this anti-malaria medication in Nigeria then. It's called Quick Action. It was so bitter. I took this medication because of my constant usage of it. It became so sweet in my mouth. I don't even know, like I'm numb. I was numb to the taste, you know. So I was a very sick child growing up. So she was like, maybe she became weary. She was overwhelmed with her treating me and nurturing me back to health at all times. So when we now sat and we were talking about, she was like, I'm so sorry that she never meant me to die, that she was bothered while sitting in the living room, but she was stressed. She was drained, taking care of me at all times. But, you know, if we had not spoken about, meanwhile, this one had done a lot of things afterwards. Like, I was raised, I don't want to use that word, but to the glory of God, I was raised with a very beautiful silver spoon. Yet, that thing was still in me. That mommy left me to die. Meanwhile, that was not what she meant. So what I'm saying is communication with your children is very paramount. And I did the same to my children. When I came to this country, I was using that African way of raising them. I would shout, because I said so. I don't do that. Why, Mom? Because I don't want you to do it. Because I am your mother. But I just thought... So when I went and studied early childhood education, and they were teaching us how to raise children here, I unlearned that African way of raising children. I sat my children down. And I told them, if there had ever been any way that I've raised you guys wrongly or in a way that you guys did not like, I am sorry. This is because I was raised in Africa. I explained to them and I apologized. I was not ashamed to apologize. I'm telling you, because it's coming from me being angry because of what my mom did to me when I was young. So I know how it feels when a child is bottling anger inwardly. No amount of care or anything that you do to that child, if that situation is not addressed, the bitterness will be in that child. Let me read the comments. It's real watch. How are you, my darling sister? Jesus Christ loves you. Jesus loves you too. Let's talk about the gospel. Okay. Anyway, so if it is true, and I heard it from Glory. Glory was saying that Darko told the brothers that they should talk about say something about your late father. And I was like, oh, that's true. That means, because when Chiamaka was saying it, I never believed it. But when I heard that, I was like, whoa. Actually, Glory, you open your eyes. You are there. Your husband is disrespecting your family, your father. Glory, it is very wrong. It is very wrong. If you allow your husband to disrespect your father, to talk anyhow to your mother, that shows that the man does not really love you. And that's me. I want to believe that Glory is in an abusive relationship or abusive marriage. Do you want to know why I said that? I think she doesn't have a say in that marriage. She's walking on eggshell. And that man does not have respect for Glory. That man does not really genuinely love Glory. Because if somebody loves you, they will love everything about you, everything around you, including even your dog, the least in the family. The way your husband treats your family members shows his extent of love and respect for you. For Glory to be like standing, and your husband was fighting with your sibling and sending words to their late father, that is terrible, honestly. It is terrible. It is terrible. The man does not have respect for Glory. That was just my conclusion when I heard it. And Chiamaka was saying the Glory's mom will be the first one to say good morning, sir, to Mr. Darko. Why will you do that, Glory? Why? Me, like my husband understood, he understood from the beginning. I may have fallout because families do fall out. All of, like, we can argue, we can fight ourselves. I can have an argument with my mom, and I'm like, okay, for the next 2 days, I may not call her, I may not pick her call. But he dare not intervene. The only thing he will be telling me is, don't worry, you guys will sort it out. You know, mommy is not a child anymore. You know, when they are getting older, they become like a child. Just leave mommy alone. Even like he had never taken side with me. No. Because I will never allow him to disrespect my family members, not even our last born. Because everybody have their places. They respect you, you respect them. So Glory, and I think this is beyond her, actually. It's beyond her. Because it depends on how they met or how they started the union. So I think Glory is using everything to please the man so that she can stay in the marriage. That was what I can't remember everything that Chiamaka said. As much as I don't like what Chiamaka is saying or doing to her sister, when I watched that video, I understood her pain. Because the way she was, the video I saw first was where she was calling insults on Darko. And I was like, why? Why would you be insulting your sister's husband just because you wanted your sister to go save, to invest, to do that? I said, why? But when I now watched another video, another video where she was talking about how Darko was at every point in time insult their father, insult their mother. I'm like, no, this is not right. It is not right. And Glory will live to regret it, honestly. You can fight with your family, but that man's supposed to know his place. If you are fighting with your family member, your husband's supposed to be the peacemaker. Can you do what Darko is doing to your family? Can you do it to his own family members, Glory? If he's worshiping and adoring his own mom, why are you dragging your mother? Then Chiamaka said, Glory said their mommy wanted to go seduce her husband. My God. If Glory said that, she's going to regret it, honestly. She's going to, because I've given Mama her own fault, but what Glory is doing to her family members is going to stand in front for her in her future. When this man will be, I don't know, Sha, I don't know, but she's going to regret it. Telling your mother that she wanted to seduce your husband. How do you want your husband to be looking at your mom? You have taken respect away from that woman. You can have misunderstanding with your mother, with anybody, because yes, we are family, so we can step on each other's toes. But at least she should have concealed it from her mom. I mean, from her husband. She shouldn't have just laid her mother on a slab for that man to be slaughtering with evil nonsense words. Even your own late father, your husband was standing right in front of you and sending derogatory words to your father. Glory, is a shame. Honestly, you didn't do this well. There is no amount of trauma that should warrant you to allow your husband to talk down on your family members. It's very wrong. When you said your mother was a witch, or I was thinking like, okay, maybe because of the childhood trauma, maybe your mommy, because your mommy came online to talk about you, maybe that was what frustrated you. But what is frustrating you now? What is frustrating you now? That is so sad, Glory. It is sad. It is so disappointing. And you need, if you can still do it, If you can still retrace your steps, quickly do that. I doubt if you can still do it anyways, because I think that is that is the way you started your marriage, worshiping this man, using everything to please him, including your family members. And I'm saying it again, that marriage is not what we are saying online. Glory is definitely walking on eggshell. That man is like bullying her to silence. If that man can, like they said, Glory said it herself. I heard it from Glory saying that Darko wanted to beat her in the presence of her family members. Her mom was standing right there. That shows that the man doesn't have respect for your family. If that man wanted to beat you while your family were there, definitely when they were not there, he had beaten you blue black. Definitely. That wasn't his first time of wanting to beat you. If he had that confidence, if he found it comfortable to beat you in the presence of your family members, it's so sad. She's forcing herself on that man, honestly. For a man to say, go and tell go and say that to your late father. Who is he? I'm so disappointed, honestly. I'm so disappointed that your family members are nothing in the presence of that man. Is very wrong. Very, very wrong. Let me read comments again. Karen De La Rocha, how are you, my darling sister? But a mother should never even talk as she was doing in her video. All the children always cry about them. That's what I said it in the beginning. I said it's not good for a mother to provoke her children. Yeah, I said that. But what I'm saying again is it is not also good for what's her name? For Glory to allow her husband to be disrespecting her family members, to be disrespecting her mother. No. That is a no. Glory and her mom can trash anything out. They are mother and child. And it shouldn't be like known to Darko. Darko shouldn't put his mouth. Darko shouldn't take side with Glory and be fighting the mother. And in this case, they were saying that Darko was having an issue with the boys, Glory's siblings. The siblings, those men, I don't know their names. And instead of him to talk to the person that he was angry with, he sent them a message to their father. Go tell that to your late father. That is wrong. That is wrong in every ramification. So definitely, he doesn't have respect for Glory. He does not love Glory. If you love Glory, you will love his late father that you didn't even see. If you genuinely love Glory, you will love everything around him. Around her. You will at least mutual love for the man, for the family, the mother, the sibling, just like mutual love mutual respect that we can translate to love. It shouldn't be comfortable dragging the family like that. You can't tell me that you love me, but you hate my family members and you are disrespecting them. No. Instead of even those, I'm not saying that the family member, I'm not saying they are perfect, but instead of him to stand right and look them in the eyes and be disrespecting them, I believe that he should be able to just keep them at arm's length instead of disrespecting them. If he genuinely loves Glory, he would have done that. I don't want these people to make me to offend my wife. I don't want to allow them to make me to have problem with my wife. Okay, so I'm just going to be mutual with them. Let me just respect them and let me just keep the relationship, even if it is formal. Just keep them at arm's length, but never say anything derogatory that they will hold you for your word. Don't say it. That is his place. If he truly loves Glory, but he does not. So it's as if, to me, Glory is the one forcing the relationship. Glory is the one. This marriage must work by fire, by force. And I think Glory started the relationship by maybe disrespecting her own family member. There are things that you don't tell your husband. There are things that you don't discuss, because after you have finished being angry, oh, my mommy did this thing, my sister did this thing, and I'm going to deal with them. After you said that, that's why they said blood is thicker than water. After you have finished getting angry, your anger has gone down, You are back to normal. But your husband will be looking at them with that eyes. We have resentment against them. That is why it is better, that is why it's better to keep some things to yourself. So I want to believe that Glory is the one that puts the insults on her family members. It is Glory. And I don't think she enjoys her marriage the way everybody is thinking. No. If that man can try to beat you in the presence of your mother, definitely he beats her when nobody was there. Yeah. She's worshiping, adoring this man, and the man is disrespecting everybody in your family, even to your late father. That is wrong. That is a no, no, no. And if I think it's too late for her to correct it. I think it is too late. But I'm telling you, she's going to regret it. If this man, where will you run to now? Who will you report him to? Now he has no respect for any member of your family. And let me bust your bubble, Glory. If you think that Darko family will be my family, they will love me. If you have issue with him, they will support their own. They will take side with Darko and you will be thrown away. Even if you are the same race, it is normal. When the chips are down, everybody will support their own. Then where will you go back to? I was angry with Chiamaka, but when she was explaining it, and I watched Nurse Glory, and Nurse Glory was confirmed, because I was like, no, Glory can do this. And she was confirming it. I was like, wow. Why will you say your husband, your mama wanted to like seduce your husband on public platform? And that man will be looking at it and will be seeing himself as what? Ah, no, Glory, you didn't do that well. At all, at all, at all. No. No child should subject his family member to what you are doing. No child. I'm saying your mother did wrong by coming online to drag you, but these things that you are doing, at least if there was no fight, we wouldn't have known that your husband talks anyhow to your family members. We wouldn't have known that. And you are comfortable with it. And you are okay with it. You couldn't put him in his place because you are afraid he's going to leave you. You are afraid you're going to be beaten. It's a shame. And about the wasteful spending, I'm going to do that in another video. Glory surprised me, honestly. I'm so like, because the way she talks to people online, up till today, I don't watch Glory. Apart from this saga that came up, that I don't watch her. Because she's very, very saucy. She's very, very rude. She talks anyhow to people. She fights every time. So I don't watch her. I'm just like, oh my God, this girl is so aggressive. So when I came out and I supported her about the her calling her mom this and that, when people were like, why did I do that? I said, no, I know. Because maybe she had she had trauma that was not addressed. I gave that to her. And I said, Mama, you came online to drag her. And you are expecting her to keep quiet. No. For you to have turned on your ring light, you should be expecting her to turn her own ring light on too. So I supported her in that area. But not because I didn't support her for calling her mother a witch. What I said was she was pushed to the wall. But later on, now that I'm seeing what everybody is talking, Chiamaka is saying about her, I think it's just Glory's normal life. The way she's aggressive to people online is the way she's aggressive offline too. And it still burns down to her unaddressed, untreated trauma. Yes. If you see children that were bullied growing up, by the time they grow up, they will become bullies themselves because they want to stand on they want to be defensive. I will not allow anything to happen to me again. I will not allow people to bully me again. So that could be what Glory is doing. She bottled a lot growing up, and now that I have my freedom, I can do and undo. That could be the reason. But what I'm saying is, there is no ground. There is no ground for Darko to be rude to your family members. You will regret it later, Glory. You will regret it. You will regret it. Who is going to help you call him to order now? Even your late father that he does not know, he was rude. And when Glory was saying it, I was like, wow. And he told them to tell that they should say that to their late father. I'm like, is she normal? No man born of woman will tell me rubbish about my father, about my mother. Let me drag them myself. Let me do whatever I want to do with them myself. But it is not in your place to drag my family member with me. I won't allow that. I will not. So that's why I'm here, guys. Let's learn from Glory. On no account. That's my opinion. On no account should we allow our husband, our wives to disrespect our family members. Even though we have issue with them, we shouldn't allow that. Because it's like the man is disrespecting you too. If the man respects you, he will respect your family members. If a man loves you, he will respect your family members. So if you see disrespect from your husband, from your wife to your family members, know that the man does not really respect you. He does not really love you. If he loves you, he will love everything that is close to you. He will respect them. Glory, you need to retrace your step if you can still do it. Okay? If you can still do it, retrace your step, else you shall regret it. You shall regret it. Thank you guys for watching. I want to be going now. I want to be going now. Thank you everyone for joining me. Thank you for joining. Thank you for spending some time with me. I want to be going now. I just came online to do this 31 minutes live. That's enough. I don't like long live streams because I can't sit to watch live streams that is lingering to 1 hour, over 1 hour. It's a lot of time to spend. That's why I like to keep my live streams very short and brief. So anyways, guys, have a blessed evening from Ireland. Bye-bye. Hi, Zemiju. Zemiju, how are you? How are you? Hello. Bye, everyone. Bye-bye.